Morning, Lethbridge. It's Karri Flatla here with Remax Real Estate Lethbridge and Karri Flatla and Associates. So we work with a lot of relocation clients. It has become a specialty for Regan and I. My buyer's agent is very, very good at working with relocation. So what do you need to know when you're making a move? Because moving is one of the most stressful things that will ever happen in your life. Moving from one city or town to another city is even more stressful, if you can imagine that. So it means that the realtor that you choose can make or break how miserable or exciting and fun that experience is. It'll make or break it, I promise you. So what do you need to know before you make a commitment to a realtor so that you can go find a home and make that transition for your family as smooth as possible? There's some questions that you should be asking, and usually what happens is people will make phone calls about listings or to different realtors from the city they're moving from before they even get here. Sometimes we have people moving from Fort McMurray or from Ontario or very far away, and maybe they haven't even been to Lethbridge before, or they don't know the real estate agents here, they don't know the market. That phone call when you talk to an agent and you're looking for an agent is really important. It's going to tell you a lot about the type of service and results you're going to get, because what matters to you is getting the right home in the right location for a great price and that you have a good experience. So some things you want to know: what is the realtor's process for scouting homes? The biggest challenge for our relocation clients is they're not here. So they're packing up back home, they're finishing work back home, they're maybe waiting for the kids to finish school, and maybe one spouse is coming out here and the other isn't for a couple of months. There's all kinds of travel challenges and communication challenges. So what is that realtor going to do to scout homes for you, maybe when you're not even here? So for example, Regan will get to know the client through phone calls and discussion and email and brainstorming, and she'll go out and scout homes for you. She'll give you descriptions. She'll call you if she thinks that she's found like a great property that you should come down and see, all that kind of thing. So we're your eyes and ears here in Lethbridge, and that makes such a huge difference and reduces your anxiety and stress because we're on the ground looking for the right home for you. The other thing you want to know is, what is the realtor's negotiation strategy? That can be more stressful for relocation clients because they don't understand sort of the norms and culture of that city and how realtors and consumers dance in a negotiation. And it's actually quite different from community to community. And so you need to sort of understand how we approach that negotiation, how that's going to look, how we get things in writing for you if maybe you're not here. Sometimes someone will settle on a property, but then they have to go home that night. And then we do a negotiation by long distance. It can be very effective, but the realtor has to be an absolute superb communicator and be very professional, and you can still have a very effective negotiation even at a distance. Again, we're your eyes and ears. The other big piece of the puzzle that is absolutely critical is what happens once we make an offer and get an accepted offer on a home. How is that going to work if I'm back in Fort McMurray and we've got a contract hanging out there in Lethbridge? Because you're probably going to get a home inspection, you're probably dealing with financing, and there's these obligations that you're trying to meet so that you can go final on that home and hopefully everything goes through and you can move here on time and it works. So what is the real estate agent's process for managing all of that on your behalf here in Lethbridge, and how do they communicate with the mortgage broker, the lawyers, the home inspector, and anybody else that's playing a role in that transaction? It's absolutely critical. If you're back home in Toronto or wherever across the country and you have no idea what's going on, it's absolutely anxiety inducing. And then the most important thing, at least at the beginning of the process, is what is the realtor's local market knowledge and how do they figure out the best home and location for you? How do they figure out which neighborhoods might work for you? Because you don't have time to come to Lethbridge if you're only here for 2 days on a weekend. to look at 50 houses. You simply don't have time, and it's overwhelming and ineffective. You need a realtor who's going to suss out what you need very quickly in the process and make it as seamless as possible, so that when you do move in and you do get here to Lethbridge, you feel really good about the home that you purchased. And then after closing day, is that realtor still going to be there for you and your family when you're trying to get settled into a brand new city and you don't know anyone? You don't know where to find a good dentist, or you don't know what resources are available for your children. So all of those things are super important when you're making a move and relocating you and or your family from one place to another. So get on the phone, talk to the realtor, ask lots of questions. And of course, you can call me directly, Karri Flatla, 382-7335, and we would be more than happy to walk you through the process. So that's my spiel on relocation. We love to see you here in Lethbridge. Regan and I enjoy welcoming people to our city from other communities. It's one of our favorite things that we do in our business. So sun's shining today. Have a terrific weekend. Have a terrific Friday, and we'll see you next Friday for Real Estated. And the new podcast is coming in just a couple of weeks. Bye-bye.